Good morning, everybody. I'm just reading an email I got from a client. Wish there was a way to respond on this thing, but I should get my other Apple Watch. Anyways, hold on, I got another. Oh, that's me. I just went live. That's why I got that. Y'all, we have so much to talk about today. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning show in the afternoon. All right. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Northwest. Good morning from Vancouver, Canada. Good morning from South California. You're not alone, Heidi. Good afternoon and happy Saturday. Yes. Good afternoon, Lamarr. Looking forward to my personal reading. Hello from New Orleans. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. So we have a lot to talk about. Ivanka Trump is going on trial or is going on stand soon. All right. We have Matthew Perry updates. Apparently his funeral happened recently. Michael Jackson. We have to talk about Michael Jackson. Clarence Thomas updates. Interesting. And Northwest, Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian. Where do we start? I don't know. Hi, J. Manuel. But let's first start with a song. Why not? Good morning, everybody. Let's start the show. If you're Barbie and if you're Ken, what does that make me again? I wanna dance like Barbie and Ken. I want you to grab my waist and make me spin again. You know I'm plastic, so love is not a sin. Kiss me, kiss me. Even though my love may be a chore for you, I want you to know that there's nothing I can't do. Be a Ken till the end if you just can't see. I need a Barbie in my life to complete me. Barbie, let's go to the beach and play some golf. Don't be surprised if we weren't into Ken and we end up beaching off. If you're Barbie and if you're Ken, what does that make me again? Am I Barbie or Ken? Am I Barbie or Ken? I'm your plastic doll, drag me down the hall. I wanna dance like Barbie and Ken. I want you to grab my waist and make me spin again. You know I'm plastic, so love is not a sin. Kiss me, kiss me. Even though my love may be a chore for you, I want you to know that there's nothing I can't do. Be a Ken till the end if you just can't see. I need a Barbie in my life to complete me. Barbie, let's go to the beach and play some golf. Don't be surprised if we weren't into Ken and we end up beaching off. I love that song. Isn't that song so groovy? All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the Lamarr Townsend Morning Show. Hi, Julie. Hi, J Manuel. J Manuel says, today I woke up pissed at Nicki Minaj and Britney Spears. My own sad people pissing me off. What happened with Nicki Minaj and Britney Spears? We're going to have to check into that. J Manuel, give us the tea. Mr. Murillo says, hi, Lamar. I'm a new follower and I love watching your readings. Thank you. Well, y'all, we have some Matthew Perry updates. Julie Cook says, loving the new beats. Thank you all. Yes, stream my album, Psychic with the T, available on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Tidal. So let's start with the Matthew Perry story. Matthew Perry toxicology reports provide insight into how the star may have died, former medical examiner says, apparently. This is from Fox News, so let's see what this says. Matthew Perry's death investigation continues to raise more concerns than Matthew Perry's death investigation continues to raise more questions than answers 6 days after his death, according to a former medical examiner. Now, I'm trying to understand why are we talking to a former medical examiner about this situation, but let's move on. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner on Sunday told Fox News Digital an autopsy was completed today and toxicology results are pending, following reports that a toxicology screening revealed fentanyl and meth were not found in his system at the time of his death. Dr. Michael Baden, a former chief medical examiner of New York City, forensic pathologist and Fox News contributor, so I guess he's moved to something new, wondered why a cause of death has not been released. Well, that's what we're all trying to figure that out, Dr. Michael. If Matthew Perry had died of a heart attack, which I think I mentioned in my reading, if Matthew Perry had died of a heart attack, that would be immensely apparent, and they would have said so. Baden exclusively told Fox News Digital. Where we stand now is in their relief part of the toxicology, and that indicates that for some reason they're holding up the rest of it. Baden had previously told Fox News Digital, I think from the information that's being released, we won't know until the toxicology is performed, given his history of problems with alcohol and drug abuse. But the fact that he was found in a hot tub raises issues immediately about drowning or even heat stroke. Yes, I'm available for readings. You can text me I actually did a reading right before I came on camera. That's why I was late. It was an hour reading, child. So I had to, decompress after that. It's a long reading. But I am available for readings today. So text me at 703-791-9162 or visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Thank you. Okay. And I just got a reading, actually. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, thank you to whoever just bought that reading. Okay, let's move on. On the basis of the information released so far, it is certainly possible that he could. I think I just conjured that up right there. On the basis of the information released so far, it is certainly possible that he could have died of natural causes, especially given his history of surgeries and medical emergencies. Oh, I did hear that he had a lot of surgeries or like a lot of like revival moments, like having to be revived. I guess he said that in his book. Did anyone read that? Okay, let's kind of skim through this because we don't want to read all this. Drugs were reportedly not found on scene and no foul play is suspected. Well, then why are they investigating it still? See, that's that part that like it's like because sometimes cops will say stuff to trick the perpetrators or their suspects. So that part right there is like I don't know. That part is interesting. Okay. In his interview with Fox News Digital, Baden said the two important substances to refer to is the Vicodin, which is an opioid narcotic, and alcohol, which are two things that he, according to his biography, got into the most trouble about. Oh. Oh, J. Manuel brings up an interesting point. I wonder if he was vaccinated or not. Well, that's an interesting question. Maybe that's why they're holding out information, maybe? Because I would assume, as a working actor, I mean, he was working up until his passing, right? He had to be vaccinated. I'm assuming, allegedly. Okay, we have to see what happens with the further release of the toxicology, because after 6 days now, they know if there's any natural cause of death. If he had a heart attack, that being the most common cause of death, or heart disease, which is possible when you abuse, substances. He added, if that were the cause of death, and people can have heart attacks while swimming or in hot tubs, they would have known right away, and that would be something they would have released, because that would be kind to the family without delving into the drugs that he had previously had trouble with. The coroner initially listed other significant conditions as the cause of death and said Perry's body was ready for release before removing his case from the county website. Hmm. What I would think at this point is there's no evidence of natural condition that would cause death, Baden said. We don't know about drowning. We know he was dead when the body was found, but whether or not he inhaled water, they know, but they haven't released it yet. The Friends actor was reportedly already deceased when first responders arrived on scene to find an adult male unconscious in a standalone hot tub, according to a release provided by Captain Eric Scott. They have a lot more information about what was present and what wasn't present, Baden said, when they're reportedly only releasing that two drugs that a lot of attention is paid to, fentanyl and meth. It just is curious as to why they haven't released information about the absence of Vicodin and alcohol. I said that as well in one of the live shows, which have been the ones most pertinent to Matthew Perry's history. Oh, listen to this. Perry spent upwards of $9 million on his decades-long substance abuse and sobriety battle. Oh my God. At one point, he was taking 55 Vicodin per day. He wrote in his 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. How is that possible that someone can take that many pills? Now, I'm not a pill person. I don't even like to take Tylenol, y'all. I really, really don't. Now, if it's a supplement, that's a different story, but I'm not a pill person, at all. So I can't fathom how someone can take 55 Vicodin a day. Like, wouldn't that kill you? Like, on the spot? Like, I just don't get it. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Bree. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Ladybug. Good afternoon from Canada. Yes, shout out to Canada. He revealed he had pursued 15 stints in rehab and underwent 14 surgeries for addiction-related medical issues. Perry was also on life support for a brief period and in a coma for 2 weeks. So he had some previous damage to his body, it sounds like. In October 2022 interview, the New York Times, the actor said he had been sober since early 2021, so not that long. I mean, I guess for sober years. And in an interview with Perry's friend who saw the beloved star one day before he passed, she said he was 100% sober. Okay, well, toxicology will confirm, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Baden told Fox News Digital, once the decision has been made whether there are drugs present and are they in amounts that could cause or contribute to death, then the concern is whether or not any of these drugs under the circumstances would have caused him to drown. There has to be evidence of water in his lungs. Given the fact that there might be drugs, one has to decide whether it's an accident, suicide, or homicide. Interesting. I like Baden so far. He's bringing up some interesting points. That depends on the circumstances, the police investigation. Was he taking drugs the way he used to, and therefore the death may be unintended? Baden guessed the investigators would be analyzing his hair follicles. While blood tests can reveal what was happening in a body within the last few days, hair grows about half an inch a month, and Baden said could show up to 8 months of history. Interesting. That was very, very interesting. That said a lot. That gave us a lot of information. So something's going on that they're not telling us, most likely. Especially that part where they just focused on fentanyl and whatever the other one was. Um. All right. Another story on Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry's funeral attended by Friends co-stars after actor's unexpected death. So apparently they had his funeral already. I didn't know that. The pictures they shown of him in a jacuzzi were in the ground jacuzzi, not a freestanding one. So where was the standalone jacuzzi? I didn't see the pictures. I'm gonna have to look at the pictures. You build up a tolerance to 55 pills a day. That's a high tolerance. It would be impossible, right, to take 55 pills a day. Like I don't understand. I can't fathom that. Just like how people can smoke so much weed, their tolerance is high. At some point, he started out taking less than he built up. His body needed more pills for him to be at a certain high. I guess I could understand that as a consumer of marijuana. I guess I could understand. I guess. Did anyone see the Simpsons episode with Matthew? I don't even watch the Simpsons. Did the Simpsons predict his death? In my opinion, someone slipped something into his non-alcoholic drink. In his book, he stated he would seek out Hollywood realtors who were hosting open houses. He would go and sneak off to the bathroom to rummage through their medicine cabinets and take their meds. Wow. Wow. All right. Well, let's talk about him and his funeral. So, Matthew Perry's loved ones gathered for the actor's funeral on Friday. The service was held at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles near Warner Brothers Studios. A source tells People, adding that Perry's Friends co-stars Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, and David Schwimmer were in attendance. The sources also indicate funeral started at 3 p.m. Pacific time and ended at 5 p.m. Pacific time. All right. So I guess we at least know that all the friends went to the funeral. I just thought I'd bring that up. Let me see if I can find pictures. So apparently, this is some of the co-stars at the funeral. I think that right there kind of looks like Lisa Kudrow. I don't know if that's Matt LeBlanc or David Schwimmer. I think that may be Courtney. I'm not sure who that is with the bald head. Is that Joey? Um, very sad. Here's a better picture. So Matthew Perry has been laid to rest. I am surprised at the high number of celebrity deaths I am hearing about in the news related to drug abuse, drug overdose. It seems to be a common factor. I agree. TMZ is just reporting that. Just reporting what? What are they reporting? They did just report a story 22 minutes ago about him. But it's about David Schwimmer. I don't know. So that's Matthew Perry. We send him love and light. And once again, we're just going to be keeping up with that story. Let's get into Ivanka Trump. Now, y'all know Ivanka Trump is going on the stand. Um, and I wanted to bring a story that's kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how she thought this was going to fly. Have I done a Matthew Perry video? I have. I have. Yeah, I did. It's already up. It's at like almost 10,000 views now, almost. So, um, court denies Ivanka Trump's bid to pause testimony after she claimed undue hardship if made to appear during school week. Oh, the horror. Let's read. A higher court on Thursday denied Ivanka Trump's request to postpone her upcoming testimony in her father's civil fraud trial shortly after she claimed she'd suffer undue hardship if forced to appear during a school week. Ms. Trump, who resides in Florida with her 3 minor children, will suffer undue hardship if a stay is denied and she is required to testify at trial in New York in the middle of a school week. In a case she has already been dismissed from before her appeal is heard. Her attorney argued in part in an appeal filed on Thursday. So this was a couple days ago. With the appeal, Trump sought to block New York Judge Arthur Engoron's previous order for her to testify until an appeal could be heard by the New York Appellate Court. The appeal also asked the court to pause the entire fraud trial against former President Donald Trump, 2 of his adult sons, and his company until her appeal could be heard. So this sounds like Trump. This basically sounds like Trump wanted her to appeal because she would suffer undue hardship. That sounds like such a Trump thing. Trump, we see you. The motion for a stay was swiftly denied in a filing Thursday night. Ivanka Trump's 2 adult brothers, Donald Trump and Eric Trump, who both helped run the Trump organization while their father was in the White House, made back-to-back appearances in court earlier Thursday. Donald Trump is expected to testify on Monday. So, Ivanka, child, you still have to get up there and testify, honey, unfortunately. And tell your father to come up with a better plan. He's only got a few days left, all right? All right, that's Ivanka Trump. We're going to be keeping up with that story because, she testifies next week, I think on Tuesday. Okay, let's move on to Clarence Thomas. Now, Clarence Thomas is interesting because he has been doing a lot lately. And maybe a year ago, remember he was like fighting against women's rights, with the birth control. Then he like threatened that he was going to come for gay rights and take back gay marriage. So I don't always tell you guys this. I actually did a candle on Clarence Thomas. All right, because I'm a gay LGBTQ member, right? Um, and I want to be married one day. And I wasn't about to let Clarence Thomas take that away from me. And let's just see what's going on with Clarence today, a year later. Give me a second because I have to actually dig for this story. It's not widely known. Well, let me show you first of all. Okay. I think I know where I can get. Amid corruption reports, Clarence Thomas faces groping allegation. Let's just say Clarence Thomas isn't having a great life lately. Don't mess with the gays. I'm just saying. Let's read this story together. Let me just find it really quickly. I definitely found it on here because I remember like scrolling through this earlier. I think there has to be a search function. I found it. Amid corruption reports, Clarence Thomas faces groping allegation. Accusations by lawyer in 1999 against Supreme Court Justice continues to be highlighted on social media. I don't know what that means. Oh, wait, no, okay. This ties in with the story. Let's read. In 1999, Morris Smith helped volunteer at a high powered Washington, D.C. area dinner party attended by some political luminaries. As she was setting out plates and silverware, the then 24-year-old recent Georgetown University graduate felt an unwanted hand on her buttocks. I think we know where this is going. She said it was none other than U.S. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, who had been on the court since 1991, so 8 years up until that point, or 8 years at that point, following a controversial confirmation hearing in which former colleague Anita Hill accused him of sexual harassment. He was then 51. Sounds like a Bill Cosby. He groped me while I was setting the table, suggesting I should sit right next to him. Smith later wrote on a Facebook post that she has since hidden due to the backlash. I mean, why Facebook? She felt him cup her backside and squeeze her several times. Smith said she told him that the host was particular about his seating chart. Thomas, sitting at the table, then allegedly asked if she was sure as he squeezed her again. Smith said she was and left the scene. Other guests were not in the dining room at the time, she said. She remained flustered that evening and told friends and housemates about the incident. Three of her former housemates and an ex spouse confirmed to the National Law Journal that Smith told them about the matter. Thomas, through a statement by the Supreme Court spokesperson, denied the allegations, calling them preposterous. Wow. What a word. What a word to use. Preposterous. Of all words, Blair said Smith did not report the incident to her, and he doubted whether Smith and Justice Thomas were alone that evening. Smith said she did not misinterpret what Thomas allegedly did, saying he kept squeezing me and pulling me close to him. There was definitely pressure and underscored by how close he pulled me to him. It felt somewhat menacing, menacing, and I felt vulnerable. The incident received national publicity in 2016 before dying down. Recently, some have recalled the matter on social media, along with similar incidents, because social media loves to do that, especially Twitter now, formerly X, now formerly known as Twitter, loves to pull up the past, y'all. All right. As Thomas has faced numerous reports alleging corruption. The reports include Thomas not reporting free luxury vacations, private school tuition for a nephew, and other large gifts from billionaire businessman and Republican donor Harlan Crow. Thomas said in a statement in early 2023 that he was advised that this sort of personal hospitality from a close personal friend who did not have business before the court was not reportable. But he said he has since disclosed gifts, though more continue to be found. But we have to report stuff as normal people, don't we? I'm just saying. All right, so Smith went public with her story about Thomas allegedly groping her in 1999. She went public with that in 2016. So it says, following the 1999 dinner, Smith soon returned to Alaska and became a special assistant to Lieutenant Governor Fran Ulmer. In 2016, increasing reports of alleged groping by Donald Trump and others inspired Smith to tell her own story on a Facebook post. Former housemate Laura Fink was among those to reply, writing, "I remember the Thomas incident, and I also remember all of us being outraged and feeling powerless to help you or stop him." In 2018, as another Supreme Court candidate, Brett Kavanaugh faced allegations of misconduct during his confirmation hearing. Maura Smith wrote a column for the Alaska Daily News. She said that the backlash against her by the GOP was fierce, but she had to tell her story to help her young daughter and son perhaps not face as many incidents. "I wanted to play a tiny role in changing how these matters were handled when they get older," Smith wrote. These days, as Justice Thomas has faced regular reports of alleged corruption, Smith has remained quiet. She participated in a walk for the homeless in Anchorage in February 2023. She joined the board of American Lung Association of Alaska. Her words, written in 2018, still haunt some alleged victims whose incidents remain largely unaddressed. "I still ask myself if it was worth it for me," Smith wrote, "and to be honest, I'm not sure." Well, yeah, because Clarence Thomas still has not, seemingly gotten his justice. But partly we know why, because he receives gifts from billionaire people who he can probably have connections, and they have connections, and they have connections, and blah 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 blah. Money talks. Just corruption, just corrupt, and a demon. What do y'all think about this with Clarence Thomas? Wait, who is Shakira talking to? Oh, you talking to Sarah? Oh yes, if you guys would like a reading, I should probably just. I was like, what's going on? Wherever, whenever, we're meant to be together. I'll be there and you'll be near. I don't know why I just got that song stuck in my head. Yes, visit my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. It's at the bottom of the screen. That's where you can book a reading with me. Okay. Thank you, Shakira. Thank you. I think Venki was telling the truth. She'd rather save herself and her money. Just saying. Oh, Ivanka. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely going to tell the truth for sure. And she's been keeping intel just for this moment. There was at least one Superior Court ruling that financially benefited Crow. Yeah. So we're going to just keep up with Clarence Thomas. It's interesting where he's at now. Everyone has their day, Clarence. All right. He really tried to, take this, take some things back to, where they didn't need to be. So, no, we're in a new day and age where people are called out and they get their karma, right? Moving on. Did you guys know this? Dolly Parton turned down the Super Bowl halftime multiple times because she didn't think she was big enough. Did you guys know about that? That's odd because a lot of people love Dolly Parton. And a lot of people don't know like how many songs like she has written a lot of songs for a lot of people. What's that Whitney Houston song? That's like her most popular one. And I will always love you. That song that was written by Dolly Parton. So whenever Whitney Houston sang that song and I will always love you, Dolly Parton got money for that because she wrote the song. So this came out one day ago, November 3rd, 2023. And we're not going to read the whole thing. The country singer 77 told The Hollywood Reporter that she had been offered a chance to perform at the Super Bowl many times. Dolly Parton says, I couldn't do it because of other things, or I just didn't think I was big enough to do it, to do that big of a production, she told the outlet. When you think about those shows, those are big, big productions. I've never done anything with that big of a production. I don't know if I could have. I think at the time that's what I was thinking. However, the release of her new album, she's come out with a new album. Did y'all know that? Her new album, Rockstar, has her reconsidering the possibility of a halftime show performance. It would make more sense, the 9 to 5 superstar said. And I love that song, Working 9 to 5. That might change. I might be able to do a production show. I think she should. I mean, that would be amazing, right? So I thought that was interesting about Dolly Parton. my Clarence, my comment about Clarence was deleted twice. Why? Stating facts, whomever deleted it. I can't delete comments over here on StreamYard. So I didn't even know someone was deleting comments. He always defends money and politics in his rulings also. Yeah, I will always love you. Yeah. That's the Dolly Parton song. She wrote that song. So Dolly's been in the game, honey. All right, let's finish up with these stories. There was one other story, I think. Oh, we have two more stories. Okay. Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and Northwest. Kim Kardashian reveals that Northwest prefers to be with dad Kanye West because of his apartment and no security detail. Interesting. Huh. Let's read together. This is from Yahoo. Kim Kardashian explains why Northwest prefers living at Kanye West's apartment. This is them together. They look cute. Kim and Northwest. I mean, Northwest looks like her dad to me. Like, yeah, she looks like Kim, but like you could like the face shape, like the nose, like she looks like her dad, you know? Okay. Kim Kardashian gave a revealing look into her co-parenting relationship with her ex-husband Kanye West, along with her how their oldest child, 10-year-old, she's 10 years old, Northwest sees him during the last episodes of the Kardashians. Oh, so she talked about this on her show. Kardashian speaks to her sister Kourtney Kardashian about it in a clip, saying Northwest prefers living with Kanye West. She'll be like, Dad is the best. He has it all figured out, Kim started via E News. He doesn't have a nanny. He doesn't have a chef. He doesn't have security. He lives in an apartment. And she'll start crying. Why don't you have an apartment? I can't believe we don't have an apartment. Wow, she's spoiled. She's giving spoiled a little bit. Just saying. But it's interesting though. She comes across as spoiled, but she doesn't like having a nanny. She doesn't like having a chef. She doesn't like having security. Like she likes living in an apartment. So it's like she kind of has like some interesting values there going on. She's a kid, so there's a lot of contradictions. All right. Her sister commiserated. Interesting. Her sister commiserated, saying she has the same issues with her kids, Penelope, Rain, and Mason's perceptions of her ex partner, Scott Disick. They do that at Scott's too. Dad has the best house. Your house sucks. He has the best house. It's not super big. The vibe's better. So these kids don't like living in big houses. I feel like everything falls on the parent that's more involved. She suggested Kim try to do more normal activities rather than luxurious ones with her children, like taking walks. I agree with that, actually, Courtney. Kardashian later shares that she did some one on one cooking with North, which helped their relationship. In a confessional, Kim noted how much North has taught her. Courtney always says that North is my lesson on this planet. Ooh. Courtney be spitting out some gems. I'm supposed to learn even more about patience. She teaches me patience, says Kim. She has taught me a lot about life. Earlier this week, Kim shared photos of the Clueless group costume she and North did together in an example of their closeness. So this is their Halloween costume, I guess. North and Kim. Cute. Cute. Okay. That's the end of that story. That was actually kind of wholesome. It's nice to see Kim in, kind of mommy mode, learning as a mom. It's kind of interesting to learn that the kids prefer their dad's home. Kim's kids prefer, or at least Northwest prefers being at Kanye's house because it's more pared down, low key. And Courtney's kids prefer being at Scott Disick's house. Who would have thought? North knows the real facts about her mom and family members, right? North isn't stupid. One of those kids is really smart and it will show. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And imagine all the things Kanye is teaching her. All right, last story of the episode. Michael Jackson. Now y'all know I love Michael Jackson, right? Um Priscilla Presley was concerned Michael Jackson only married her daughter, Lisa Marie, because he was so intrigued by Dad Elvis. Why is this just coming out? I feel like we've heard this before, by the way. Let's read together. This is from the Daily Mail. Priscilla Presley says she thinks Michael Jackson married her daughter Lisa Marie because of his intrigue over her father Elvis. I was concerned, she says. Let's read. Priscilla Presley has admitted she was wary of her son in law, Michael Jackson, during his 2-year marriage to her daughter, Lisa Marie. The wife of Elvis Presley, 78, said that she had concerns that Michael's interest in her daughter was only due to his intrigue over her father. Priscilla also claimed that Lisa Marie confided in her about Michael's regular absences, revealing that he would disappear for days on end. Geo Cosmic, hi Geo. I know, right? Northwest Tell All is going to be juicy, child. Geo says when she married her second husband, he was totally obsessed with Elvis. In your reading of Lisa, Lisa felt that way. Yeah. That has a connection to the reading Lamarr did when he said Lisa felt that like Michael only wanted the relationship for her womb. I remember saying that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch those readings. Speaking to Piers Morgan on Talk TV, Priscilla said she had an honest conversation with Lisa Marie about her relationship with Michael Jackson. Priscilla recalled she said, Mom, I'm really concerned. This is while they were married, and she said, I never see him. He's always gone, meaning Michael. This is a picture of Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley together. They were a very pretty couple, I think. When she pressed her on where he goes to, Priscilla said that Lisa Marie admitted she didn't know where he was and he would just call 3 or 4 days later. Priscilla went on to discuss her fears over Michael Jackson's interest in Elvis, saying, "I always felt that Michael Jackson loved Elvis or respected Elvis, so I always felt that having that name associated with the name with his daughter, I was concerned." I told her. So Priscilla was worried about once again. Oh, this is a predicted it. This is a predicted it. Oh my God, you guys, we just had a predicted it. Or I just had a predicted it. Let me read that one more time. Let me put up Shakira's comment and then let me read what I just read. Priscilla went on to discuss her fears over Michael Jackson's interest in Elvis, saying, "I always felt that Michael Jackson loved Elvis or respected Elvis, so I always felt that having the name associated with the name with his daughter, I was concerned." I told her. So if Michael were to have a child with with Lisa, he would basically like be married into the Elvis lineage, which kind of coincides with what I was saying in that reading about Michael Jackson wanting Lisa's womb. We all know he wanted children. Who better to have children with than with Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa? Elvis is what known as the king of rock and roll. Michael Jackson is known as the king of pop. It's almost like buying street cred, but it's like you're actually buying rock cred in this case. Anyway, allegedly. When asked if she thought that that was his main motivation for marrying Lisa Marie, Priscilla Presley said that she did and added, "I never really got to know him." Piers then asked if she would have preferred them to not have married, and she said, "Yes, just because I felt that he was so intrigued about Elvis," adding that he thought he was with her because she was a Presley. Wow. The couple met when Lisa Marie was just a child and a lover of Michael Jackson's music, but she wouldn't become his lover until they reconnected nearly 2 decades later. Many accuse the couple of marrying to distract the world from the damning child uh, M word accusations against Michael Jackson. The couple always maintained their authenticity. Lisa Marie was a Jackson 5 fan when she was a child, and at 7 years old, her father brought her backstage at one of Jackson's concerts to meet Michael. So Michael Jackson and Lisa had met, a while ago before they actually got married or together. An employee of Michael's told People magazine in 1994 that Lisa Marie has known Michael almost all her life, and they stayed in touch after their first meeting. I miss Michael. Don't y'all miss Michael? Here's another picture. Their friendship was rekindled in 1992 after they met again in LA. Lisa Marie was married at the time to the musician Danny Keough, who she had 2 children with. I'm skimming through it. All right, let's read this last part and then we'll end this portion of the show. Speaking with Oprah after his death, Lisa Marie said caring for Michael was one of the highest points of her life. "I love taking care of him," she said. "It was one of the highest points in my life when things were going really well, and he and I were united. It was a very profound time of my life." Which is interesting, but like how when he would disappear for days on end. So there's a lot going on with that story. If you guys want to watch the interview she did with Piers Morgan, I definitely would watch it. I'm gonna watch it after this video, definitely. All right, you guys, let's pull the card of the day. Let's see what the energy is gonna be like today. It's Saturday. It's still early. It is an afternoon morning show, but it's early somewhere, child. All right. So let's get the energy for the day. Let's see. I want to pull from a different oracle deck though. I want to pull. I think I want to pull from my Angels and Ancestors deck. Let's use this one. You miss Michael Jackson too? Yes, I miss him. Marriage via Evilwood Cabal. King of Pop meets the King. Yes, and I have to say I do like Elvis. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. I like Elvis. He's a very interesting character. I miss him a lot. Grew up with his and brother's posters all over my bedroom walls. Oh, I love that. Whenever Michael Jackson, I will break. Whenever he comes on, I'll break into a dance like in a hot minute. His music never gets old. You know how some artists' music, like you kind of grow out of it. You may come back to it and revisit it. Michael Jackson's, his music is just one of those types of music where you can revisit it forever. And it never gets old. I love that. Lamarr, your hair is really thick. How do you get it to be that thick? It's just naturally thick. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I guess it's good to have thick hair. I actually wrapped it last night, so that's why it looks so good today. You guys know I'm not always good about wrapping my hair. I don't know. Sometimes, but my hair is growing, so I know I have to just be patient. But I actually wrapped it last night, which is why it looks good today. I didn't have to put any heat on my hair this morning, so I'm very happy about that. And even when I do put heat, I've learned to use low heat. So I'm learning. I'm learning. But yeah, my hair is just naturally thick. I do use oil on it, and I do deep condition it, and I'll leave deep conditioner on it for like hours or overnight. I actually need to deep condition soon. You can tell. Um, that's really it. And I try to wrap it. Sometimes I'm too tired, but I try to be consistent with wrapping it. So I missed you last night. It's okay. Oh, I wanted to say something about that. Thank you for that, Rhonda. So I keep getting these comments about like, okay, well, let me think of I got a comment today about last night's show. Someone said something about child, like I can't take these shows where it's like 10 minutes of reading and all talk. And all I said to the person was, "Don't watch," and then I blocked them. I keep getting comments about people who don't like that me and Tracy do shows together. And I just want to let you guys know that I don't care. I enjoy the me Lamarr and Tracy show. A lot of you all enjoy the Lamarr and Tracy show. We have our own crew of people, community of people, and it's ever growing. You can like the Lamarr and Tracy show, but you can also like the Lamarr Townsend show as well. But constantly telling me you don't like when I do videos with Tracy is just going to make me block you. I'm going to say something back and I'm just going to block you. So if you say something back, I'm not going to see it. But I want you to hear what I have to say before I block you because that's just the type of person I am, right? So don't waste your time. If you don't like the show, just don't watch. I'm still going to do videos with Tracy. We're still going to have fun. Me and Tracy laugh a lot. Me and the Tracy crew, we laugh a lot together. We love laughing at that show, okay? So chillax, get a drink, you know, have a smoke. Shut up, all right? Just don't watch the show. But if you like the show, subscribe, like, and share, all right? So moving on, thank you for reminding me of that because I wanted to say something about that, but then I get into all these different topics and I forget. So thank you, Rhonda, for reminding me. Child, Lamar, you are doing your thing. You and Tracy are a great team. Thank you, superstar. Hi, Amber. Who said that? Tracy is awesome. Who said that? Who said that? Tracy is awesome. I remember saying that when I saw her. Lamar can read people, so I can't lie. Yes. You know I read down. Hi, the King Colton. Love you and Tracy. Thank you. All right. Well, there's 88 people in the room. So the 88 people, please like the video, whether you're watching on either one of my YouTube channels or on Facebook. Please make sure you subscribe, like the video, share with your friends and family. Lamar's Capricorn is coming up. It's that Capricorn, and you know I'm fire Capricorn. I'm December Capricorn, so you know I'm fiery. You know I like to bite. I have bark and bite, okay? I love the two of you together. It's refreshing take on both of your channels. Change is good. I agree. I think change is good. Oh, look at this one, you guys. This is the energy for today. Animal guardian. Trust your instincts. Look at Fonzie back there. How apropos. Fonzie's my animal guardian. Right, Fonzie? Do you see his eyes? Look at him. He's so shady. Okay. Animal guardian. Trust your instincts. Let's read. $94. Okay. Animal guardian. Let's read. The message is trust the powerful animal spirit within to learn more about yourself and your talents. The animal guardian is the card that represents the angels of the animal kingdom. Animals are angels of nature who have incredible lessons to offer and medicine that can and help you survive some of your greatest challenges. When you connect with the energies of animals, you can learn a lot about yourself and the earth. You also have instinctive animal energy within that can direct you towards everything you need and more. The animal guardian card depicts a tribal angel being held and supported by her animals. She has a love for them and they have a love for her, demonstrating how incredibly connected nature is with the spiritual realms. You have a powerful animal within that can be wild, protective, instinctive, and even calm. Sounds like me. And you probably. Animals don't second guess how they feel, they just express it, and you can learn from that. When this card arises, it's important to connect with how you really feel, how you want to feel, and what you really need. Take the time to connect with your animal energy and express it naturally. Let even the fiercest energy move through you before returning to your natural state. It will teach you a lot about your gifts and how you can grow. I love that. That was really nice. I like that. I need to use this deck more often. I don't even know why I got this deck. I think I was just at the spiritual store and it called to me. Baby, you the man, 'cause you put it on me, and I don't know the words. Call me, oh, if you need me, baby. We can do something. Lamar, do you ever do readings on past celebrity? I do. You should check out my Patreon because there's a couple on there actually that I have not posted on YouTube. There's actually a lot on there that I have not posted on YouTube, and even in me not posting on Patreon in a long time, there's still a lot of content for y'all to like delve into on that thing. There's so much good content on Patreon. I did a series on Patreon about the true history of the United States through a spiritual lens. I went all the way back to the very starting of this land that we now call America up until today in like an 8-part series on Patreon. Go check it out. It's really good. Along with there's a lot of content on my Patreon. Which, by the way, I know I haven't posted on there in a while, but I am eventually going to come back to it. I promise. Okay. It's like showing up to someone's home unexpected. They welcome you warmly, and then they talk to you about wishing your guests weren't there. It's like, you just got here, girl. Right. Fonzie, sure, whatever you say, Lamarr. I know he's so shady. Meow, I'm rather die, Lamarr. I love Tracy's energy. She's so kind, and Tracy's hilarious. I saw Cleopatra for the first time last night. She's adorable. Yeah, she's somewhere. Oh, she's over there, actually. I see her. They're both sleeping. Team Tracy and Lamarr, thank you all. All right. Well, this is today's show. Is there more in-depth readings on Patreon versus YouTube? What's the main difference? Yeah, there's definitely more in-depth readings on. There's more variety of readings. I also channel the Orishas on Patreon. I channel different, gods and goddesses on Patreon. A lot of Egyptian gods and goddesses. I did a channeling on Sharon Tate. I did a channeling on Joan Crawford on Patreon. Aaliyah, I think Amy Winehouse. I'm trying to think of like some other ones I did on Patreon over the years. A lot of Cleopatra readings are on Patreon as well. I don't know, there's also a lot of really good classes on there too. So I would just check out my Patreon. The link should be, you can just type in Lamarr Townsend Patreon or Lamarr Townsend Tarot Patreon on Google and it'll show up. All right. There's a lot on there. All right, you guys. Well, I love you all. Thank you so much for listening and watching to my show. We will be back maybe tomorrow. I'm not going to promise, but we'll definitely be back on Monday at our regular timing. All right. I'm going to try and actually come on time, but y'all know a lot of times I like to be fashionably late, honey. Or sometimes I do have to do a reading before the show, and I have to decompress after the readings, especially if it's a long one, which was the case today. So it just kind of, life throws you curveballs sometimes. You got to go with it, right? All right, you guys, if you do want a reading, I am available for readings today. It's still early, all right? So if you want a reading, a phone reading, email reading, I'm getting through my email readings. I'm getting through my candles. I just cleared out a whole bunch of candles the other day. So yeah, I'm available for candles, readings, classes. I have some emails and text messages I have to answer. So Saturn is just about to go direct, so I'm getting in my energy. Y'all know Saturn is my ruling planet. I have like 5 planets in Capricorn, so Saturn is going direct in Pisces, so I'm getting my energy back. I'm getting my mojo back. All right, you guys. Yes, I'll be doing personal readings today, so if you want readings, I am available. Text me at 703-791-9162. Visit my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I will see you all later. Thank you all for listening and watching. And love and light. Have a good day. Say bye, Fonzie. Meow McGee. Bye, you guys. Every night I'm in my room when no one can see me, where I chill and spray myself with my cheap perfume. The smell is enchanting. How is it that eagles die and the Barbie movie makes me cry? I wanna die inside. Take me how you want, take me how you want, take me how you want, 'cause I'm not leaving. Take me how you want, take me how you want, take me how you want, 'cause I'm not leaving. Tomorrow's not promised, but you gotta hear me out. I've got a secret to tell you, but you have to promise not to shout. How is it that eagles die and the Barbie movie makes me cry? I wanna die inside. Take me how you want. Take me how you want. Take me how you want, 'cause I'm not leaving. Take me how you want. Take me how you want. Take me how you want, 'cause I'm not leaving.
That's hot.